morning, West Leiden. Welcome back to our WLTV for this week of December 9th. I'm Jasmine.
And my name's Rebecca.
It's our first full week of Christmas season, or for others, Hanukkah.
Mariah Carey just defrosted.
Becca, you know who else defrosted?
Who?
Mr. Payza on his way back from his expedition in the Arctic.
Here are Javi, Ari, and Pablo informing us about his long-awaited expedition.
Mr. Payza, a West Leiden science teacher, was one of 11 teachers in the country to join a program called Polar Check, where they were paired with researchers from the University of Alaska Fairbanks. He spent 6 weeks on a Russian icebreaker in the Arctic studying ocean currents and climate change.
What's the environment like?
So the environment. So we were living on a ship. The ship was it's a Russian ship, very comfortable, had our own rooms. Everything was locked down because our first couple days we sailed out into a storm. So the entire ship was moving, rocking and rolling the entire time. Outside, when we were in the ocean, once we got near where there was ice around, it got very calm. And some days it was full ice. So we were on an icebreaker. So it actually had to break through the ice. Some days it started to get stuck. So they would back up and come back through the ice. The Arctic is really beautiful. There's no grass, there's no trees, there's no land. It's all ocean and all ice. So it's lots of shades of blue and gray and white.
Mr. Payza has taught biology, AP biology, physical science, and many other resourceful things to the Leiden community. He believes these trips help him give his students first-hand experiences or close enough to see these real-world examples to apply to his frame of work.
We were able to do some phone calls into my students and some video conferences. My students followed my blog, and I had scientists who replied to them. Right before Thanksgiving, we had 3 scientists who actually did a video conference into my classes and with other classes as well to talk to them. So my students actually get to meet scientists.
Mr. Payza encourages those that are interested in the scientific and medical fields to experience these once-in-a-lifetime programs since there is such a need for doctors, educators, and more to be involved in the research programs.
Wow, how cool was that?
I can't imagine how accomplished he must have felt after going on that long-awaited trip.
You know who else felt accomplished?
Who?
Everyone who participated in donating blood last Friday, especially because hospitals have been in deep need for blood. Here are Matt and Juan with all the details.
Our annual blood drive has arrived. Last week, students made appointments in the auxiliary gym to donate their blood for local hospitals. We have Alec Chavez with his reason as to why he donated his blood.
I did for the pizza. No, I'm just kidding. I just thought felt like it was just a good cause to be able to donate some of your blood to some more people that are in need.
While some students aren't doing it for just the pizza and the complimentary snacks, many are doing it for the experience and the cause. Here's Dr. Ruffalo, who's in charge of student council and is in charge of the blood drive with us today.
What are some ways you guys check if a person is eligible to donate blood?
So over there in our screening area, there is a private screening that happens for every student. And that student, they'll check their blood iron and ask them a bunch of health questions.
On average, how many people donate blood like a semester or a year?
Per drive. Our first drive is usually a little bit lighter, although this year you guys have really come through. We had 147 appointments this year for first semester. That's amazing. We're usually at about 120, 125. This being our first drive back from COVID with the number of kids that came out for us. It's been great.
According to the American Red Cross, every 2 seconds, someone in the U.S. requires a blood transfusion. Donating blood will benefit many patients in need of it. Hopefully, many more students will come through and donate their blood next semester.
Props to all who donated.
Wait, I think that's Alex. Where's your ID?
I don't know.
In the past couple weeks, Leiden students may have noticed a difference as they enter the lunchroom. Previously, students were allowed to enter the cafeteria and pick up their lunch without their ID. But starting several weeks ago, the deans have put in place a protocol for all students to display IDs before entering the lunchroom and purchasing food.
Many students feel as if these protocols are unnecessary and they don't understand the overall reasoning behind it. So we have Mr. Pena with more information regarding these new regulations.
If you have your ID on, it's going to help move the line a lot faster because once they get to the cashier, the ID is really the fastest way to go. And we're just really trying to avoid a big bunch up in the cafeteria, obviously for spacing reasons, COVID reasons, and just so that people can move in and out faster and get to their lunch.
Despite what Mr. Pena says, many students and food service staff feel as if this process is inefficient. For example, Jasmine Zergova, a senior, finds herself waiting over 5 minutes just to enter the lunchroom.
I believe the new ID checks are kind of useless just because we can put in our number and some of us forget our ID sometimes, and it's not fair not to get lunch, so I don't like it at all.
It doesn't give children enough time for lunch. So our thing is to get you through and let you have more lunch time. Not if they're constantly getting stuck. So hopefully they'll find something better.
As seen through our entire school, COVID has affected every aspect of our lives, whether it be convenient or not. It's just a part of our new normal. Now,
Back
to the studio.
As you may have noticed, the variety of lunch options have been cut. School lunches are limited with the same meals reserved due to the huge food shortages and supply chain issues. This problem is not only in our school but a nationwide complication. According to Feeding America, 180,000 more Illinois residents are expected to struggle with access to food this year compared to 2019, and this number is expected to grow.
Have you noticed any changes in the cafeteria or the lunch food?
I've noticed that we tend to repeat food a lot. Like, for example, one day we had the meat red pasta for 4 days in a row. And I don't know how I feel about that because it's repeated and it gets overbearing.
Not getting the right products on time makes our job pretty hard, stated Kim Bagnoli, one of our food service staff members. Our school feeds about 1,100 students on average and 430 students for breakfast alone. While fulfilling lunchroom orders, the Golden Bowl Cafe and catering classes are also running into issues obtaining food supplies.
We've been dealing with food shortages and overall plastic, disposable shortages since August. So I've been planning ahead technically since summer. So supplies, I am usually planned out 2 months in advance. Sometimes I will be able to grab them. And then something will be unavailable for 2 to 3 months. I'm currently waiting on cups, a lot of cups. My students know, they're very familiar. These cups I've been waiting on since July, and I only have a couple left.
Not only is this affecting schools, this is affecting big corporations. While looking at these problems, we hope you are mindful of delays and repetition of the food. The staff is trying their hardest.
Speaking of being recognized, have you ever gone viral on TikTok?
No, I wish I knew how.
I don't know either, but I know Izzy and Aaliyah have all the tips and tricks to make you TikTok viral.
TikTok is a social media platform for creating and sharing and discovering short trending videos. What started off as Musical.ly turned into TikTok in 2016 and became a big hit in October of 2020. Out of 80 million active users, 60% are between the ages of 16 to 24. Last year, TikTok started a creator fund to give back for those influencers who became successful. Some of the requirements to receive these payments include being 18 years old, having more than 100,000 views and 10,000 followers. Such as the D'Amelio sisters, Maya Knight, and The Quality, and many more. Like many high schoolers, we see TikTok as a fun thing that can distract and be a creative outlet. And personally, we have milding success in sharing videos.
We're going to talk about how to make a viral TikTok. First, we're going to talk about how we started off with TikTok. We started off just doing normal dances, trending dances, and then a few months after, that's when we hopped on an actual trend, which meaning putting captions, being relatable to not even ourselves, but to other people as well. So now, we're going to show you how to actually make a viral TikTok step by step. So the first step is to find a sound that relates to the TikTok you want to make and also is trending.
Great, I got them bad grades. I was in love with my tutor. See, Musical.ly lose, you trapping, man. Most of you rappers be actors, man.
So the second step is to go ahead and find a caption or make up a caption that would match your sound.
Back in the 6th grade, I got them bad grades. I was in love with my tutor. See, Musical.ly lose, you trapping, man. Most of you rappers be actors, man. Back in the 6th grade, I got them bad grades. I was in love.
After you find the caption, then you will find a hashtag that relates to your sound, like hashtag for you page, hashtag best friends, hashtag whatever you would like, and then you post your TikTok. And that's the way to get out in the world and have some fun.
Jasmine, my entire For You page is people singing.
Speaking about singing, Leiden's Choir had their 27th annual Yuletide performance. This is an amazing elective Leiden has to offer.
Jasmine, do you know what else is amazing?
Me?
Incubator, another great elective that Leiden has to offer.
We've all once upon a time came up with a business idea. Though pursuing it, it is something most fear to do.
There are many elective options here at Leiden, and one juniors and seniors should consider is Business Incubator, a class where you can fulfill your entrepreneurial dreams.
So the Business Incubator class is a real-world entrepreneurial experience for the students. They go all the way from business idea concept, and they build an entire business plan.
This elective, started up in 2018, led by Mrs. O'Connor, is a class where students work on how to solve a problem out in the world by coming up with a business idea and creating a prototype. This project is then what tests to see if the students created a successful business that solved their problem. The first ever Incubator winner back in 2018 was a business with a customizable, fashionable USB charging band that doubles as a bracelet. Now here are the business ideas that current Incubator students have been working on this year.
So we've been working on making a marketplace for cleaning services to be able to put their service on there, and then we get it straight to the customer in package deals for easy consumption.
This semester, we've been working on a thermal color changing water bottle, which allows you to have different types of liquids or beverages in your drink, and it'll change the whole color of the bottle depending on the temperature.
We have been working on an antibacterial collapsible food tray.
It's for on the go, anywhere you want to go. It's for at the movie theater, at a picnic, at home, at a park, absolutely anywhere.
And I highly suggest you guys buy it.
The students' hard work over the school year is for the preparation of the pitching of their businesses to a board of judges and hope to receive funding to continue their idea. Mrs. O'Connor, what do you feel that students gain most after taking the Business Incubator class?
I think there's two things. One, obviously they learn all the ins and outs of what it would take to start and run a business, which is really important, but also a confidence to speak in front of other people and present, which will carry into any kind of future job career you might want to have.
Yuletide here at Leiden is an annual Christmas celebration that is organized and directed by Miss C, and this year was our 27th year doing the show.
The Yuletide show was held in the New Student Commons at East Leiden, where the show sold out all 3 nights.
Students have been preparing for the show for over 2 months and was filled with treats, holiday beverages, and live music from Leiden's very own chamber singers, Grace Notes, and First Endings.
Like all things this year, the show had its own protocols due to COVID. The first show night was performed inside and outside with attractions that suited the holiday spirit in the East Courtyard. The second show was held virtually for COVID safety precautions, and the final show was held in the East Commons due to the weather.
We've been working on this event since I want to say September, really, and we've just been learning music and just getting it down and getting the musicality down.
What do you think about the show overall?
Overall, the show was just really special this year. You know, coming from last year, having it be like completely virtual and having it finally in person with like a live audience, I think that was like the really like magical part of it.
Just my favorite part was just singing with everyone and enjoying the thing that we all love to do.
Congratulations to all that were involved. We hope you brought a memorable holiday experience.
Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride. Oh, what fun it is to ride. Dashing, 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 dashing. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Wow, I really wish I could sing. I have an idea.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Hi, I'm Rebecca.
And I'm Jasmine.
And I'm Celine. And today we're going to go find out if our Leiden students are smarter than 5th graders. How many consonants are there?
4.
Yeah! Who invented the light bulb in 1879?
Barack Obama.
Oh. Who is this?
I have no idea. I said 90s and 80s.
Who is this?
Wait a minute. She's a singer, right?
Yes.
She just came out with an new album, right?
I don't know. I don't listen to her.
It looks like Nell.
Who?
Nell, she's a singer.
Oh.
Well, you're too young now.
Wait!
What's the capital of Florida?
Yeah, I don't know.
What is the capital of Maine?
I don't know. I'm not thinking right now. I'm a 4th grader. We don't think. Give me an answer. Stop giggling.
What is CO2?
Oxygen. No, carbon monoxide.
What does CO2 stand for?
Gas.
Wow. Okay, great.